Do you want to know how a major regulatory change could directly impact your financial future? What if I told you that a law that could have penalized small businesses is now officially on hold? Stick around to find out why this is a huge win for entrepreneurs and how it affects your bottom line. Hey everyone, welcome back to Benefit Genius. I'm so excited you're here because today, I've got some huge news, especially for small business owners and anyone concerned about the future of American regulations. If you've been following the Corporate Transparency Act, or CTA, this video is exactly what you need to hear. I'm about to break down why this act, which could have cost small businesses millions of dollars in fines and endless reporting requirements, is now officially dead on arrival. And trust me, the impact of this change is massive for small businesses everywhere, so let's dive into why this matters to you. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what's all this about the Corporate Transparency Act? And why should I care? Let me take you back a bit. The Corporate Transparency Act passed in January 2021 and was designed to target money laundering by requiring businesses to report detailed personal information to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN. Sounds like a good idea, right? After all, who doesn't want to stop illegal activities? But here's the problem, it wasn't just about going after bad actors. The CTA's requirements would have affected everyday small businesses just like yours. Think about it. Under the CTA, small businesses would have been forced to provide over 50 pieces of personal information about their owners, including copies of driver's licenses or passports. Not only that, but if you made any changes to your business, you would have to report it immediately to the government. And if you failed to comply, you could face fines of up to $110,000 or even 2 years in prison. That's a huge risk for small businesses already struggling to keep up with everyday challenges. Now, here's the kicker. While small businesses were under fire, the law exempted huge industries like banks, government entities, and investment funds with over $5 million in revenue. It seemed like this was a direct hit on the backbone of the American economy, small businesses. And on top of that, it got caught up in a long legal battle over whether it was even constitutional. But here's where the story takes a major turn, one that involves some big names. During all this, President Trump and Elon Musk, two known champions of deregulation, stayed completely silent. But I decided enough was enough. On February 24th, I called on these figures to step in and help, and guess what? Over 2,000 people rallied behind me to spread the word. The movement started gaining momentum. Fast forward to March 1st, and something incredible happened. Someone on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter, asked Elon Musk to intervene. And to everyone's surprise, he responded by saying he'd look into it. By March 2nd, the word had reached President Trump, and this is what happened next. President Trump tweeted the big news. The Treasury Department announced it would suspend all enforcement of the Corporate Transparency Act for U.S. citizens. That's right, this invasive reporting requirement that was threatening small businesses has been officially put on hold. The Department of Treasury also stated that they would not enforce penalties or fines against American businesses. In other words, the CTA, as we know it, is no longer a threat. Now, this isn't just a small victory. It's a massive win for small businesses across the country. President Trump also made it clear that the Treasury Department would focus on foreign companies, not U.S. businesses, when it comes to implementing these regulations. This means fewer burdens on American entrepreneurs, allowing them to focus on growing their businesses instead of worrying about excessive reporting requirements. But let's dig even deeper. The Treasury Secretary, Scott Bassett, called this a victory for common sense. He explained that this action was part of President Trump's broader effort to reduce the regulatory burdens on American businesses, particularly small businesses that drive the economy. You see, when regulations become too cumbersome, it hurts growth, stifles innovation, and ultimately affects job creation. The Treasury's decision to suspend the Corporate Transparency Act shows that when we stand together as a community, our voices can be heard. So, why does this matter to you, the viewer? Whether you're a business owner or simply someone concerned about the state of the economy, this is a big deal. We're talking about unnecessary regulations being lifted, giving businesses more freedom to thrive. This move shows that your voice matters in the fight against excessive government overreach. But here's where it gets even better. The battle isn't over yet. The Treasury Department is now working on finalizing an emergency regulation to formally suspend these rules. That means we have time to breathe, focus on our businesses, and plan for a brighter future without the looming threat of unnecessary penalties. This is your moment to feel a sense of relief. No more scrambling to report every little change to the government. No more risking huge fines that could drain your hard-earned money. This is a win for every hard-working entrepreneur out there. I can't thank you enough for your support throughout this process. If it weren't for people like you who stepped up and helped spread the word, this victory might not have been possible. Collectively, we've shown that when we stand together, we can make a real difference. So, let's keep this momentum going. Before we wrap up, I want to ask, how do you feel about this win for small businesses? Are you relieved by the Treasury's decision? Or do you still have concerns about other regulations that might be coming down the pipeline? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. One last thing. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Benefit Genius. We'll continue bringing you updates on key financial and regulatory news that can help you and your business thrive. Hit that subscribe button, like this video if you found it helpful, and don't forget to share it with others who might benefit from this important update. Thank you again for your support. Together, we are stronger, and we will keep pushing for the changes that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead, and remember, when we unite, we cannot be ignored.